So today I want to share the exact fasting method that I used to lose over 30 pounds over the last year. First of all, I want to talk about what most people do. When most people think about intermittent fasting, I think the standard is to think about the 16-8 classic. So you skip breakfast, you go 16 hours of fasting, and you have an 8-hour eating window. That's what most people do. They skip breakfast, they skip dinner, and they just go on with their lives. What's my problem with that, right? My problem with that one is that there's a few things. I think 3 important points here that we should highlight with this that I find a problem that makes it not worth it for most guys, in my opinion. The first of all is the fact that you're already going to be hungry fucking anyway, so why are you just going you can just go for more. If you're going to suffer, if you're going to be hungry, if it's going to suck anyways, why not just go for more, right? Why not just go for a bigger fasting window when you can get more benefits? You get more of the benefits of the fast itself, the health benefits, the autophagy, right? At 16 hours, if I'm not mistaken, the autophagy, all the health benefits of fasting are just kicking in. They haven't settled yet. So why not just extend that thing for a little bit over, get all those benefits, and also lose more weight, right? That's the first point. Second point that I find really interesting is something that we always that was always a big point for me, is that I think that your diet should be the foundation of your lifestyle. The way you eat should be the first thing that you look at when you're trying to design the life that you want. I think a lot about that. I've been thinking a lot about that recently. Ever since I've learned about the concept of lifestyle design, it has always been something on my mind, man. And that's something that I've been thinking. Like, you start with the way you eat, and then everything kind of trickles down from that. So here's my point. When the smaller the calorie deficit you have, and the more strict that your diet is, that the diet model that you're using is, the less openness you have to adventure. And I think that as a man, especially as a young man, I am 23, even though I look like an old man. As a young man, like, what you need is to have this openness to adventure. You need to be able to squeeze shit, do last minute shit, do spontaneous shit in your routine that will prop your life further, that will give you more purpose, more meaning, more joy. If your friends call you for a beer tomorrow, are you going to be stressed out about your diet? Is that going to affect the way that you eat and the way that you train? Right? Can you just suddenly decide to do something different with your routine without just getting everything off track? That's the idea. That it's like you need to have this openness to adventure to make your life better, to make your life have some more meaning. And when you have this shorter calorie deficit, the smaller fasting window, you cut a little bit of that space, because then you have to now manage 2 meals. What I do, exactly what I did now to lose those 30 pounds, is that during the week, during 5 days of the week, I would just do 1 meal a day. 1 meal a day, and during the weekend, I would do 2 meals. In that way, I have a bigger deficit, and if someone invites me to go out for dinner, or to go out to drink, or to do something different, I was like, oh, we want to come over, we're going to order a pizza, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, like, we're going to go crazy on the weekend. Like, you have space for those things without deranging all of your fitness journey, without losing all your progress. And that was the biggest game changer for me, because the whole thing is like, you are making this sacrifice, but it gets to a point that if you just sacrifice your whole life, like, what's the point of actually getting in shape? Like, what's the point of actually getting jacked if at the end of it you're going to be alone? And at the end of it, the only thing you're going to have for yourself is your body. That's kind of sad, man, because, like, the only thing that you're guaranteed to lose is your health. Like, at some point you're going to lose your health. So what's the point of sacrificing a few years to get into this very crazy shape if you have, like, nothing else going on, if you have no other adventures? Like, you're just a very good looking statue. You're just a very good looking shell of a man without any stories to tell, without any adventures to tell, without any quests, without any journeys that you have been through, without any shit that you have been through. So those are 2 very important points. And also, there's the whole thing with sustainability. the whole thing is like, okay, fasting is good for the short term, but it's not very good for the long term. I find that bullshit. I've been doing this for a year, and I have no signs of like slowing down or ever wanting to stop, because I organize it in a way that I have 2 days of my week that I have more than one meal. That gives me a bit of a mental break from the whole thing, and it helps me stay consistent. This is also very good to staying consistent. Diet Coke or Pepsi, whatever. For me, they taste exactly the same. I don't understand people. People bitching about like Diet Coke or Coke Zero. It's like they taste exactly the same, brother. Fucking grow up. So you have those problems. I think the lifestyle design might be the biggest one. So that's my idea. It is brutal. It is very uncomfortable a lot of times. You are going to suffer. You are going to get hungry. You are going to question why the fuck you're doing that. And well, if I just do it today, well, maybe I'll just open an exception today, and tomorrow I go back to what I was doing before. Don't do that. Keep going. Keep going. It's going to suck. You're going to suffer, but it gives you this fantastic opportunity that now you can have a normal social life. You can enjoy. You can go out. You can have fun. You can enjoy your 20s while still getting in shape, while still improving your health, while still getting all the fasting benefits. And that's the real superpower. It is brutal, but it works like crazy. Have a bigger deficit, more windows for spontaneity, and you just end up enjoying your life a little bit more. So that's the whole idea about it. All right? God bless. You guys have a nice week. See you next time.